but then you get hit by Little Hit, and then you're like, oh, maybe I'll play defensive, and then your
you
body
don't
gets
wanna eat that,
confused.
yeah.
your body gets confused.
I guess you'll always be conflicted. Yeah, like don't want to be safe. Oh man, he's gonna get this though.
This is that's a
oh no, he's got to follow up. Oh my gosh!
beautiful.
What a read.
That's beautiful.
He's saving it for this moment. He's like, I know how I'm gonna deal with that.
He's been waiting that for
I'm
a
eating a
whole,
load today.
He's been waiting that a whole day.
Man,
Okay.
what a great crucial moment.
Yeah.
All right.
Die in devastation.
Well, hello again. We are back, and I have brought back a spirit from beyond, NCEA or Connor. Yeah, welcome back to the platform, bro.
Cool. Thank you.
Sweet.
Hello.
Man. Hello. Hello. Were you quite shocked that I asked you to come back on, bro?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I thought, timing was a bit, didn't expect it. But I did, like, berate you at some events being like, hey, when am I coming on again? So,
Yeah.
in that sense,
You planted the seed, man. You planted the seed.
yeah.
So obviously we know a bit about your background and history. I know your name is, Nick and Connor's Excellent Adventure. But what's been happening with you, bro? What's been happening since we've last talked to you?
Since the last talked.
It seems
Not
like a lot.
much.
It seems like ages though, eh, man?
Yeah. I actually went back to the video just now, see how long ago it was. And I didn't watch the video. I just looked at the time.
Yeah.
When it was. And it's like over 3 years, 2 years.
Oh god.
I know it was 2017. So, the biggest change would be that Soul Calibur came out, and I'm playing Soul Calibur in terms of fighting games.
Yeah.
Other than that, I'm older.
A little wiser.
Yeah. Yeah. Hopefully.
Yeah. There wasn't any word of Soul Calibur, right? Around that time. I think it was just solely, like, Soul Calibur just wasn't even on the mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't. I think that was when Tekken 7 just came out, almost. Like, a few months after Tekken 7 console release. And so, no Soul Calibur at all. I don't even think me and Tom had started playing Soul Calibur, like, 5 or anything together. Because, like, we had that period where, like, every tournament would, like, play a new Soul Calibur game. We'll, like, go through Soul Calibur 3 to, like, 5, 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. I felt like as we started doing that, that's when Soul Calibur 6 just, like, got announced, and we're like, holy shit. Like, we can play a new one. But, yeah.
Dude, what tournament was that? Wasn't it Garden of Might where, like, you were playing Tekken at the time, but off the side you were playing sets with Thomas, Virtual Bacon.
Yeah.
It was Soul Calibur. And I'm thinking, what the hell are you doing, bro? You're going up on stage in 5 minutes.
Yeah, that was terrible. That's the Soul Calibur 3 curse that me and Tom know it as. Like, because every time we play Soul Calibur 3 before top 8, when I'm in top 8 for Tekken, I just go 0-2 in the top 8. You just die. It's not even close.
Not even close.
That happened at Garden of Might, and then it happened, I think it was last year at Nats as well. Oh, and maybe War. I think it might have happened one of the Wars. But yeah, playing Soul Calibur 3 before Tekken top 8 is just a curse. Doesn't work.
Yeah, and your identity has changed a lot. Like, you were always a Soul Calibur player, committed, but now, not that I guess you've lost, maybe the passion for Tekken's died down a bit. Like, you're just solely Soul Calibur driven now.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. I feel like, I don't know. Tekken's just, I'm just not into it anymore. Can't really say why. I just can't feel it competitively as much.
Yeah.
Soul Calibur, I can enjoy competitively, and like I enjoy the game. I enjoy the characters a lot more. But yeah.
So you enjoy it competitively despite the player base being so, I don't want to say limited,
so
but so small.
Yeah. I think that might actually be playing a part, because I think as Tekken grew bigger, right? Like, I feel like the top players in our scene have gotten so, like, I couldn't get away with Tekken as just like only playing it at Rambats and tournaments. Because that's what I did for so long. I would like only play it at Rambats and tournaments. But it got to the point where everyone was getting so good, the scene was getting so much better. where if I only did that, it's way harder to compete. Like I can't beat the top players just by only playing at Rambats.
Yeah.
But with Soul Calibur, you can like I play Soul Calibur a lot. Like not so much after Nats, but in my own spare time, I want to play Soul Calibur. Tekken, I just didn't have that drive. So
Yeah. So
yeah.
when you look at a player like Jamie Sarsop, where he really practices, he really plays online, it's
Yeah.
legacy skill that carries him in Tekken. Would you say that does a similar thing for you in Soul Cal?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I don't know. I definitely like want to play Soul Calibur and like lab stuff. I don't know why I want to lab stuff in Soul Calibur compared to Tekken. I've never been a labbing person in Tekken. Like I tried labbing anti-Akuma stuff like ages ago, and I just I got so bored. I couldn't do it. But in Soul Calibur, I can do that. Like I made a punishment Google Doc where I try to go through. I've been trying. It's taking me ages. I've only done like 3 characters, but I try to go through each character's moves and like find everything that's punishable from them. And I just have that, and I just try to memorize it. I think it's a good way to get the data,
Yeah.
like just get it into my brain by writing it down rather than like looking up a guide that's already made.
Yeah. Do you feel like Soul Calibur or Soul Blade? Because I was kind of surprised, like for a player that of your age, that you're into like that kind of franchise. Like you go back to the beginning, Soul Blade. It wasn't really like it was before your time.
Yeah, I don't know. I had it as a kid, so when we got a PlayStation 1 late when I was a kid, like my I think my cousin, but he's like a lot older than me. He he gave us his PS1, and then he already had Soul Blade, so he gave us Soul Blade, and then so I was just playing with my dad and my sister.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then we got when did Tekken 3 come out? That was like
Oh god.
yeah, like 1999 or 2000 or something.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, maybe 2000, 2001. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was playing Soul Blade as a kid, like really young. I would have been like 4, 3. And then I remember when Tekken 3 first came out and I saw it at my other cousin's place and I'm like, wow, this is so cool. And then yeah. So then we got Tekken 3. I made my parents give me Tekken 3 for like Christmas or something, or my birthday.
Yeah.
But before that, it was just Soul Blade. And then my dad hated Tekken because he was like, what's this fucking dinosaur? Like this dinosaur just farts on you and this bear like he couldn't play it. So if I wanted my dad to play a game with me, it had to be Soul Blade.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Well, I grabbed this clip of you playing some Soul Blade sets at Dog's house, like a housewarming.
Oh yeah. This was hype. This game is really fun, but God, it can be so tilting sometimes because like the moves don't come out when you want them to come out. And it runs at 30 frames per second, so it's pretty jank.
Yeah. And then, so you got the life bar. What's that green bar? Is that kind of like your specials, like Street Fighter?
Yeah. So you can use it to like use your special or your super, but as more importantly, it's like your guard crush, like your guard damage. So if you block, it goes down, and if it goes down completely, you lose your weapon, and then you start punching, and you can't really block. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Do you think that could have worked in Soul Calibur 6 if they kept that feature where, like, excessive blocking, you lose your weapon?
No. I mean, they did. It's kind of been a feature to some extent. Like, you don't lose your weapon, but you can break someone's guard. So it exists to some extent still. It's just not as over the top as losing your weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I would assume similar to Tekken, the limited roster, were there any weird bugs or character glitches that existed in this game?
Not that I know of, actually. Yeah, I don't like. We've only been playing this quite recently, and as a kid, I wouldn't have gone that far. We haven't really found any weird glitches or anything yet. I know there's some like hidden characters that you can unlock, and they have like weird, buggy movesets, but nothing too weird. this game, I think.
Yeah. Are you quite happy to see Soul Calibur 6 kind of earn its spot among the fighting game scene globally?
Yeah, definitely. I'm happy. I'm happy for New Zealand especially, because I didn't think it was gonna
Take off.
like because our scene has been like, we've had Soul Calibur at a lot of our majors now, and I didn't expect that. When I saw it didn't come as, it wasn't at CCC, I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
But then it's, other than CCC, it's been at like every major since its release. We've had decent numbers, and even at Rambats we've had pretty good numbers. So I've been happy with that.
Yeah. I mean,
It's been good.
Yeah, you push the game a lot. I know a lot of other players, Virtual Bacon does too. But it gets to a point where every time I see him, he's like, play Soul Calibur. And I'm like, why are you bringing up that old shit, man?
Wow.
No, it's fun. It is actually fun. But I like you, I just couldn't like with Tekken, like I just can't, I couldn't commit as much time to it as I would like to. But it is really fun to watch. I like some characters really stand out, like Raphael. I'm a big fan of Raphael. But yeah, just do you feel like the game has had a good track record since release?
Yeah, it's been good. Yeah. Like, community-wise, it's been pretty good. I think everyone's pretty happy. Yeah, I do wish the scene we'll get more like new players. We have got new players actually. Like, I don't know. I feel like other than this like first burst of new players, we haven't really gained that much more. We haven't really like converted any players either, I think. We do have the player base that came like since launch, and I think that's good. And also, yeah, since we've got 2 seasons now, like we're just finishing the second season actually. I think that's good. Like, I wouldn't have expected that, because that hasn't happened for any other Soul Calibur.
Yeah.
Like Soul Calibur 5, we had no DLC except for customization options.
Oh wait, I thought we don't talk about Soul Calibur 5, man.
Oh, I like Soul Calibur 5.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, I like it. I don't like the characters. They have I like Algo, but he's a Soul Calibur 4 character really. And then I like the movesets of some of the characters, like Patroclus. I like his moveset. But yeah, like they removed Mi-na, so that made me sad.
Yeah.
But yeah, gameplay wise, I actually quite like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you feel like the Soul Calibur 5's biggest problem is that they really tried to carry the series with new characters or replacements?
Yeah, probably. It's hard to say, really, to be honest.
Plus they broke characters' kind of archetypes, like Keelik becoming Edge Master, Viola for Amy. I mean, I know a few of these.
Yeah, it was kind of weird. Like, yeah, I mean, yeah, I agree. I do think that was one of the biggest off-putting things for most people, especially for casual fans. Like, they want to play a new Soul Calibur and they want like characters that they remember, you know?
Yeah.
So I think that did hurt, maybe. But gameplay-wise, I think the game is fine, to be honest. I like it gameplay-wise a lot more than Soul Calibur 4. But yeah, I don't know.
And what about your creative skills, man? Are you still getting into like music, like beat making? Any track making that you're doing still?
No. I haven't made music in so long.
How come, man?
I don't know. My I guess the same with Tekken. It's kind of different, but I'm just not into it anymore. I can't, like, I still like music. I want to make music. I just can't get into it. It's hard. Like, I don't know. I feel I have less of a reason to make music now than before. I don't know. I haven't even been listening to much music lately. I listen to like, this year I've listened to like maybe 2 or 3 new albums, but like before I would listen to like multiple albums like a month.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why.
Well, you don't know why?
Yeah, not really. I kind of know why I stopped making music, but not why I stopped listening to music as much.
Yeah.
Like, when I do listen to music, it's mostly just background noise when I'm like on the bus.
Yeah.
Or like I'm not really paying attention to it. Or if me and Katie doing something, and then we like put some like K-pop on or something. But otherwise, not really paying attention as much
Fair
as I
enough.
used to. Yeah.
Okay. No, I mean it was great. I think when you first told me that you were making beats and stuff, I never really gave it too much attention. But you've made quite a few things and collabed with a few other SoundCloud artists.
Yeah, I collabed with a few. Yeah, I mean, there's Herb, King Sorrow, who I've collabed with like 3 or 4 times. He keeps wanting to, well, not anymore, but when I stopped, he kept wanting to do some more stuff, and I'm like, oh yeah, cool, I'll do that, and then I just never did it.
Just never
Just
did.
forgot. Yeah, he had this actually. He was trying to do a remix of one of our old songs, and it sounded pretty good. And he wanted me to re-record the verse, the rap, and I was like, okay, yeah, I'll try. And then I just didn't. I was like, okay, sorry. But yeah.
Oh man, well, to be fair though, you're not the only one SoundCloud artist that's kind of not lost the creativity, but just hasn't found that that spark again to kind of make stuff. And there's no harm in that. Like, I think the biggest problem is like it's when you want to make it because you want to, not because you're doing it just to keep it going.
Yeah.
Like doing it
definitely.
while there's still passion. If you're just doing it just for the sake of it, it's like, well, what's the point?
Yeah, like I did kind of feel in the end, I was just like, well, why am I doing it? Like, I think like I already did what I wanted to do with music. Like I made what I wanted to make, and I was happy with it basically. And like there was nothing else that I wanted to really do. Like I don't have any inspiration to like make anything more, so it's hard to like want to do anything more. You know, like
Yeah.
actually with the because I was doing raps first, and I basically rapped about everything I wanted to rap about. There was nothing else that I wanted to really talk about. Like raps were basically like me just wanted to put my thoughts down. That was it.
Yeah.
And then after I'd done that, and like also it's been years since I did that, so I don't really have thoughts I want to like write down anymore. I'm just like I'm fine with keeping it like in my head, I guess. So like I don't know, there's nothing I really want to do. And then I wanted to make beats because I've always liked instrumentals a lot in music. Like I listen to a lot of instrumental music, so I wanted to make beats, and then I wanted to make beats like with the raps over it. And I was making the beats, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna rap about this, but I had nothing to rap about, so I'm like, okay, I'm just making beats then. And then you just lose inspiration from making the beats eventually.
Yeah.
I did, and it's kind of like, why am I making these beats? Like I enjoy them, I enjoy listening to them, but I don't know. I've got what I want. And also, I don't even, since I've stopped listening to music as much, I have less reason to make the music because I'm like, I was making it for myself to listen to.
Yeah.
Like, so if I'm not listening to much music, there's no reason for me to make the music because I'm not going to listen to it anymore.
Yeah.
Or like as heavily, you know? But yeah, I do miss it. Sometimes I think I have like a good idea and I'm like, man, I should get back into that. But then I just don't have time, or I just can't be bothered. Yeah, I just have an idea and I just never really bothered doing it.
Maybe just a thought, you know, like maybe just kind of, I'm not, you know, get some more experience life a bit more, you know, get a bit battered up and not bruised, but just kind of, you know, get some shit done happen to you, and maybe that might kind of push a song, another creative outlet. But yeah, I kind of get I get what you mean though. I get what you mean. Like it's like you'll know what to put out when you've got something to say, and if you're just doing it for the sake of it, but not actually having a message or a saying behind it. I kind of get what you mean though.
Yeah, there's lots of like stuff I've wanted to do, and I still want to do some stuff. Like there was I watched this anime recently. What's it called? I don't know how to say its name, but it's like Olympus Kylos or whatever. It's like some Greek anime, and it's like claymation. And I wanted to sample some stuff from that, like especially the ending themes. I was like, okay, I want to make this a banger, but like like actually doing it, I'm like, okay, I can't be bothered.
Oh,
I think it would be a cool idea. I'm not gonna do it.
I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, you wouldn't want to try it? Just like try a little piece every day?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Also, um,
Okay.
I have too much hobbies now, I think. Like
What,
when
you
I'm
have
into
too
a
much
hobby, I'm
hobbies?
really
Do you
yeah.
really?
I feel like I do. I don't have that much, but when I'm into a hobby, I'm really into it, right? So if I'm playing Soul Calibur, that's like all I'm doing for like the week. You know? When I was into making music, that's all I was doing.
Yeah.
So for me, it's like on or off. Like I'm either doing one thing on like nothing else. It's hard for me to like do one thing for like 30 minutes and swap to another thing, or like do one thing for one day and the next day do something else.
Yeah.
Like I get too invested in one thing and then I just have to stick with it for a bit.
Nah, I hear you, man.
It's like for Nats, I was playing Soul Calibur a lot, but everyone has this. They have a break after nationals, and I haven't played Soul Calibur since Nats. So I played my first. I was in practice mode today, and I haven't played before then. Last time I played was like the day after nationals, so that's like basically 2 months. That's just because I've been doing other stuff.
Yeah.
I've been too invested in other things.
Well, if I may ask, what other hobbies have you been doing, man?
I've been really into card games lately, like the Digimon card game.
Digimon,
Um,
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So that actually that's probably the one main thing that's probably taking up most of my time right now, which is kind of silly, but I do think it's really fun, and I like Digimon. So
Yeah, we do know.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah, yeah, and also Rumble Arena. I've been playing Rumble Arena, like Digimon Rumble Arena, surprisingly a lot compared to other fighting games right now.
really?
Yeah, because like North America has been having tournaments, like online tournaments, and the what's it called? The connection's like not that bad. The netcode for the emulator, it's not that bad where I can't play with the North Americans. Like I get like a shit ton of delay, but I know the delay is consistent, so I can play it. And the game isn't very like taxing execution wise.
Yeah.
So it's pretty easy to play even in delay.
Yeah.
Um,
Does it take much
yes.
effort to coax any of our players to pick up this game? Because I know that's a talent of yours to kind of get people into the Digimon bracket.
Not that hard. But it is hard to get people to actually take it like seriously. So we only have like 4 or 5 people that are like trying to actually take it seriously and win the bracket. And like out of those 5, like maybe only 2 or 3 are actually labbing it. Well, not even labbing it that much though, like just a little bit. Yeah, it is a fun game. I think yeah, the majority of people are just casuals. They just pick it up. They don't know what they're doing. Just press
Okay.
buttons. That's good enough for me, I think.
So who's
Kind
the...
of like Counter.
Yeah,
Right?
oh god,
Like, I
that's
think-
another crazy one.
Yeah, Counter's a bit better though because it's more grounded in fighting game. So and I would honestly say Counter's probably it's simpler to pick up. The ceiling might be higher, but I think it's simpler to pick up. Especially when you have like the character I play, the crocodile with the gun.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
You just need to shoot bullets. So
So who's the strongest Digimon Rumble Arena player that we have that just presses buttons like a madman?
other than me, Katie caught second, Squishy Blob, at Nationals. So yeah, it would be her at the moment. Other than her, me and her. Yeah, I would say Mao or Tosh Sheldon.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mao's really good. I think he's one of the few people that actually labbing it a little bit. Sheldon, just a good fighting game player. So
Yeah.
like he doesn't need to lab at them. Also Mao's a really good fighting game player, but like Sheldon doesn't need to lab it as much. If he did lab it, he'd be really good. Yeah.
Okay.
I think people that do well at Digimon, because no one's labbed it, it's usually the people that are really good at fighting games, I think. Because like yeah, Mao's good, Sheldon's good. Blackout, he entered one bracket a couple years ago and he got like 7th, and then I had to DQ him because he couldn't make his last match or something. that's like 7th out of like 30 people or something, 25. I was like, wow, okay, first time playing the game and you're just being a god. Nice.
Hey, well, you've mentioned the word nationals, and before we go to this current nationals, I just want to mention the previous year where you won, and how not only did you defend against the Australian tyrant, the Beast and his crew, but Soul Calibur community covered the top 8. That
I
must
forgot
have been,
about this.
yeah. No, how was that to you? Did you was this a very special thing to you?
Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty special. I think I was surprised that they covered it, and I was like, wow, someone like that actually runs that site was watching our tournament. I'm like, wow, that's really cool. And like reading it, I'm like, wow, they're making a storyline. This is great. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know if that much of a storyline was actually there at the event itself, but they made one. So that was really nice to see. Yeah, and yeah, winning Southern Cross Up that year, that was good. That was a good feeling. Yeah.
Can you remember what it was like being in the grand final with the Beast and his Astaroth?
Not really. Can't. It's hard to remember. I just a lot of tournaments because I just remember if I'm on winner's side, I'm like not worried usually. So I don't think I was too worried. I was nervous, a little bit. But since I was on winner's side, I don't think I was like I don't know. I'm more calm if I'm winner's side, you know.
Yeah.
Like I have more leg room to work with. Yeah. Like grand finals where I'm on loser side, that's when I'm like really nervous. I'm like, fuck, I'm like I could really just lose right here. Like I could be dead, you know? But then I also realize I have more sets to work with.
Yeah.
So yeah. Also, Low Caliber is a pretty fast game. Like you can like I get more nervous in the first of 2 sets, I think, than if I'm in winners finals, losers finals, or grand finals. I'm more calm because if I lose one game, I still need to lose 2 more. If I lose one game at the first like match of a tournament, I'm like fuck. Like, he could just give me one more game, and I'm like fucked. I'm out, basically.
Yeah.
Like I need if I'm in a first or 2 set, I need to win that first game. If I lose that first game, I'm like, oh shit, what's happening? But otherwise, if it's in a first or 3 set, if I lose the first game, I'm like, okay, that's fine. If I win the first set, like game, I'm like, okay, that's also fine. But yeah, first or 2 sets in Soul Calibur are hard.
Are they really?
They are. I forget what Tekken first 2 sets felt like, but again, I feel like it's a bit. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
So here you have Virtual Bacon and Dog, 2 close friends and obviously rivals. I guess you're all kind of personal rivals. Yeah, was it unfortunate to see these 2 play each other, given their experience and close knowledge of each other?
Yeah, definitely. I was really sad about this match because it was pretty. Yeah, this was like one of the first matches in top 8, right? So
yeah,
it was sad to see them verse each other so early. Well, felt early. And yeah, it was. I don't think either. Well, especially Tom. Tom wasn't playing how Tom should play. Like Tom was clearly nervous or something. I don't know. He was making a lot of mistakes, and I was like, damn. It was a close match, so it was nice that they put on a show at least. Like,
yeah.
But it was sad to see it happen.
No. You said what I was thinking was that like he's a very strong player, Virtual Bacon, but
yeah,
unlike you, he like when the pressure's on, he doesn't have that. I've called it the killer instinct mode. Like he just doesn't. Like I'm not saying he rolls over, but like you said, he just kind of plays for the show rather than for the kill.
Yeah, I can see that.
Plus, it was Dog's birthday as well, and I think that would have added some kind of, happiness. Like maybe going a bit soft, in the early sets. Yeah.
I know Dog played well. He put out some new setups that I hadn't seen him do before. So he did this I don't know the Amy move notations and stuff, but he was doing soul attack into like a slide and into like lethal hit. I had never seen him do that before this tournament, and he was doing it quite a lot here, and it was working really well. And I'm like, wow, Dog, nice. So yeah, that was cool to see. Yeah.
Can you remember who else was in the top 8 bracket? Obviously, it was you, these two, Ben,
Yeah,
Smouse.
Ben. Then Pinolicious, and Lionheart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not trying to be rude, but how did Pino get to top 8? Because
I'm
I've
not
never
sure.
seen him play the game.
I think I don't know. He caused some upsets. He must have. No, DFT Dan. He bit Tristan. So Tristan's a strong player.
Yeah.
And yeah, he plays Raphael. And then DFT bit him, which I was. Yeah, DFT is also a good player, but I don't know. It was something I didn't expect, basically. And then Pino bit DFT, and I'm like, wow. Okay, let's go Pino. And then Pino just made his way into top 8 winner side.
When he told me, I've got to get ready for my top 8, and then he said SoCal, I said, what? SoCal.
Wow. Yeah.
I was like, man,
this wasn't his first time in top 8 though.
Yeah.
He got second in red zone. The tournament was ages ago though. Pino would be a really good player. He's not a bad player. Like he is a good player, but he'll be a really good player if he just played the game more. I think a lot of players in our scene are kind of like that, where they're good, but they could be like way better. Like if they just played a little bit more.
Yep.
Yeah.
One player I remember from Nationals, and she was there last year as well, Lenoshka with her Tucky.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Luna's cool. Yeah. Yeah. Don't know what to say, but Lenoshka's nice.
Yeah.
She was also on top 8. Yeah.
Yeah, she was in top 8 too, yeah. She made it last year, made it this year. And
she made War as well.
Yeah. And do you think that was quite an interesting top 8 in terms of character variation?
Yeah. I found it funny that both the Ivy players got 5th. So kind of, I don't know why I find that funny, but it's just funny, like being like Mi-na, Tira, Asta, Amy, Ivy, and then like I don't know why, because I just found it funny.
Yeah. Did you have any problems getting into grand final? Was there any potential upset that you thought could have happened?
It's hard to say. I was worried about Ben for my first match of the tournament. Because I versed him round 1. And then I met him again in grand finals, which is kind of crazy. So he made like a hella losers run. I lost the first game against him in our 1-2 set for the first thing. And I'm like, oh fuck. Like, am I not prepared enough right now? Because I do fine against Ben in casuals. Like, I'm perfectly fine. But when I lost that first set, I'm like, oh my god, Connor, like get it together. What are you doing? But after that, I was fine most of the tournament.
Yeah.
I think. I was really worried about Tristan. Thankfully, he got one. Yeah. Thankfully for me, I guess, so I didn't need to verse him. He got knocked out in pools, so I didn't have to verse him.
Yeah.
And then who did I verse? Then I versed Pino. And then it was Pino to get to the top 3. So that was Smell. I don't know, it was weird. I feel like my run, I got lucky. Like the people that I versed, like I knew I didn't really have that much trouble against.
Yeah. It wasn't free. It wasn't free, but it was just that the path was already set and you were just kind of,
Yeah. And like other than Ben who scared me a bit at like the first game, our first round. Didn't get much scares later on. After that it was kind of just play. Um,
Well,
Yeah.
how strong is Ben's Turo?
it's strong. I mean, yeah, he's a really big character specialist. So he like only plays Tira and he like knows Tira inside out. Um, yeah, he's a really good player. Um, big like I don't think many people would have expected him to place as well as he did, but he did place that well, and he's good. He deserved that spot. He definitely played the most solid on the day.
Yeah.
And he's just a really solid player. So he's kind of hard to um break him, I guess. So most people, you do something on them, and then they'll break, and they'll like start playing a bit weird. Like they'll want to press buttons more. Like Ben, he has his game plan, and he doesn't really he sticks to it basically. Like he's not gonna let you break him up. He's not gonna let you open him. Um, yeah, he's really solid. Really fundamental, especially compared to the rest of New Zealand, I think.
Yeah.
But like, is a good player, uh, but he's not as much as a fundamental player. Uh, Ben is really fundamental. Um, Dog is also a really good player, I think, but fundamentally doesn't have as much fundamentals as Ben. Yeah, Dog is really good.
Yeah.
He's really good fighting game player in general. Like his Grand Blue, run, he's really good at Grand Blue. He doesn't really focus much on I don't know, like trying to play solid, I guess.
Yeah.
If it works, he does it, which is fair. If it works, it works.
Yeah.
I do that as well. But yeah.
Well, I've got a question for you. Who did you who did you find having the most enjoyment versing? Was it Hawk of GP at Sub-Zero Scuffle? Was it the Beast at last year's Nationals, or Ben at this year's Nationals?
Most enjoyment versing. Oh, that's hard. Hawk, I was scared. I really did not think I was gonna win that. After I lost to him, yeah, I lost him in the first two set, and I was like, "Fuck, I'm fucked. Like, I can't make it back. I come back and just lose it." Like, so, yeah, I like reset the bracket like just. So he was. I was scared. It's hard to say. Well, it was fun. It was good games. I feel like I was more worried and really enjoying my time, you know?
Yeah.
Against the Beast. See, I've kind of like forgot the Beast match. Like being, yeah, I don't know. I honestly think, yeah, probably my favorite. Like, I don't know. I feel like fun matches don't really happen in grand finals. You know, those are like the tense matches. You know?
Yeah.
I guess my favorite grand final match I've had though. Yeah, I mean, beating Hawk was really fun. Like, really, really nice to do. I think that was my favorite win I've had in a tournament. Otherwise, versing Lionheart at the first war, second war. That was really like that was a hype match, and I really enjoyed that. And it was tense, so that would have been one of my favorite matches. Even though it was pretty early in Soul Calibur's like life. But yeah, that match was probably my favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I won't bring it. I won't keep it on the topic for too long, man. We did mention it briefly. Tekken 7. Just you personally, have you been unpleased with the balancing? You know, from season to season.
I don't know. A little bit. I think for me, it's more. I don't have as much interest in the game, so keeping track of all the changes, kind of a pain.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing for me. Like, some of the changes are looking, I'm like, what? Why? But mostly I'm just sad that I can't play the same as I used to. It's different.
Well, I mean, you're still.
yeah.
I mean, I still consider you pretty strong, and you're still quite a well-known figure in the community. A lot of people who start off don't realize that you do. You. It's not just Brian. You know, you used to play Mishimas back in Tag 2. You know,
Yeah.
that was your team.
Yeah. I do miss playing Mishimas. Yeah. I don't know. They're really boring in this game. Like, I really enjoyed them in Tekken Tag 2. Like, especially Jin. I like Jin and Kazuya tag.
Yeah.
But in 7 they're just really boring. Like, I don't know what happened. I think it's because the tag, it's more all over the place. Like, everyone's tagging out. Like, all these buttons are happening. But in Tekken 7, it's more, less stuff happening. Basically.
Yeah. There was also there was also something that happened at Sub-Zero Scuffle, and I hope you won't mind me mentioning this because I think what happened may have affected your view on the game as well. How you were playing Grand Finals, I believe, or people were just watching Soul Calibur in the Twitch chat, and they were just going off about, you know, what is this shit? Like, when's Tekken 7?
Oh, really?
And that must. No, I'm just saying, like that must, like, yeah, like. That must have done something to you in terms of like people just like can they not wait until this game's finished and then Tekken 7's gonna start?
That doesn't bother me too much, to be honest. But that's always happened with games. Like, everyone used to always post wins Marvel and stuff. Like, that was a big
but
meme.
that's fun. But then when you got people in the chat saying like, oh, like this is boring, when's Tekken? Tekken rules, you know.
I don't know. If anything, I feel like I see more love and support from other members of the NZFGC in the chat. Like, I don't know, I can't remember who it is, but there's like a couple of people that always watch Soul Calibur Grand Finals before Tekken, and they're always like, "Yeah, Conan." I'm like, "Cool. I don't think you like this game, but thanks for coming." I think there's Saga. Yeah, Saga. I really like Saga. But he's always in the chat for Soul Calibur, and I'm like, "You don't even play this game, but thanks, you're great." Yeah, there's some others as well.
Yeah.
I saw, this was really surprising. Thomas Cornova. He was watching this year's Southern Cross-Up, and he was watching like Soul Calibur Grand Finals, and I'm like, wow, like, I didn't expect you to be watching this, but thank you. Like, cool. It's nice to see more people watching it.
No.
I like, as much as I try, I don't watch much other bar tournaments, to be honest.
Yeah.
I tried to. I used to watch everything, but yeah.
And also, like, you're a part of the New Zealand Tekken admin, and I mean, I want to ask you personally, man, what the hell has this page become?
Shit, the Facebook page, I just don't pay attention to it anymore.
Yeah, bro. What
almost
the fuck?
Delete Facebook.
Like, all these memes, all these like posts about, oh, you know, good, like it's a, yeah, I don't, it's just, yeah, it's just everyone putting out shit, putting out, oh, like, screw you, I beat you 3-1, you know, run away, you fag. Like, that's what the page has become now.
Yeah, the page has gotten too big that there's too many players just talking shit. It's like, we're never really adminning it that hard, like moderating it.
Yeah.
So since it's just gotten so big now, it's like, okay, like we try to moderate it, and then people just do the same thing the next day. Like,
yeah,
you
tell them not to like shit post or, you know, like photos of people plugging, and it just doesn't stop, bro. It doesn't stop.
You tell people don't like post about plug pulling or rage quitting, or like shit talk, like screenshots of messages and stuff, and then say that it's in the description, it's in the announcements, like a pinned post. And then someone does it, you delete it. Like, I don't know why this got deleted, so I'm gonna post it again. You're like, what? Like, if it got deleted for a reason.
Dude, they're not reading the fine print.
Yeah, so I just gave up. Like, me, I don't know how the other admins, like, what they're doing, if they are still deleting posts, but I'm not. I should turn notifications off for the group because I just don't care anymore.
But you know, there have been some interesting people that have surfaced, you know, that are claiming to be like indestructible. And even some that have like called out like really strong players. Do you remember that guy that called out Cornova? Well, not the guy, but do you know the guy that Cornova had a first to 10 set with on PS4 or something?
I remember that happening. I don't remember who the guy was though.
Oh yeah, I remember.
I
But
didn't remember losing really hard.
yeah. I mean, I never took attention. I never paid attention to that kind of beef or any kind of drama like that. But this one guy, I was like, you got put in your place by like the top Tekken 7 player in this country, and you still want to talk mad shit. I was like, cool. I got a little something for you. my little review from my old job. I was like, how do you? Yeah, but yeah. I know.
Oh, yeah, he was the unlucky guy.
I don't normally go out of my way, but I thought, you know what? Like, if you're still running your mouth after the first to 10, like, I don't know. Some people just, you can't educate them.
You just got unlucky.
You got unlucky, pretty much. Yeah. I don't know, like, but then it's interesting how you can kind of make a profile for being kind of a meme, I suppose.
Yeah.
Because I mean, there's been a few other people. I mean, he's just one of them. There's also the infamous Tekken King back in the Tag 2 days.
I feel like he was trying to be a meme though, right?
Oh no, he was
Did
like,
become a meme.
but, yeah, man.
I don't know if he was trying to.
Bro, I mean, tell me, what have been some of your experiences dealing with maybe not so together people in the NZTekken group? Have you ever had any kind of people reach out?
Not on my DMs or anything. No one's really messaged me. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, not too many. I honestly can't remember much. I know there was that one guy. I think this was before I was admin though. The guy that was using my tag on PS3, PSN.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Guy.
Yep.
Yeah. So that was annoying.
You should have felt flattered though.
Yeah, I kind of did. I was like, wow, this guy thinks I'm like a big enough name to like copy. But I don't know what happened to that guy, or like why, like what was even the point. Yeah,
just clout, maybe. Just what was the name? It was like, wasn't it like NCEA the greatest, or NCEA the infamous, or NCEA the something?
Well, mine's NCA the amazing. That's my current PSN account.
Yeah. But his one was
this
quite
guy
similar. Yeah.
One was he had Mr. NCA, and then he had something else. Mr. NCA. Another something NCA. Shit, what was it? Maybe it was NCA. Maybe it was the real NCA. I don't know. He made like multiple accounts with NCA in it. Yeah, that was funny.
No, you were real proud of that.
No.
Well, Connor, my dear friend, the big reason why I wanted you on is because of a certain trailer that came out, concluding Soul Calibur Season 2. And a certain someone, the final character for that Season 2. Could you please give us insight into this character?
He's Seong Mi-na's husband, though.
Wait, is he really?
Yeah. Oh no, not actual husband, but it's who she has a crush on. He's friend basically. But yeah, Hwang is a cool character. I mean, they overhauled him a lot from the looks of this trailer. But yeah. Old character. Last Soul Calibur he was in was like 18 years ago or something.
Yeah.
So he hasn't been in a Soul Calibur game for ages.
Yeah, he was the original. Yeah, longsword.
Yeah, and also originally in Soul Blade he was actually not so much a clone, but he was like he had Mitsurugi moves and then some Seong Mi-na moves just chucked in, and like a few of his own moves, but it was pretty close to a clone of Mitsu. Original Soul Blade. He'd get his own moveset later. Yeah, he seemed like, from what I've seen of like Soul Calibur 1, and I think it was in Soul Calibur 3, he was a really like solid character, I guess. Now he looks like he has a lot of gimmicks and like mechanics going on. I'm hyped for.
Yeah.
It's fun. Yeah.
It just seems like they've really fleshed out this guy. Like he's got more of a story now. And his new like those talisman cards that he uses in battle. Those look really sick.
They look pretty cool. Also, yeah, Soul Calibur 6 is just edgify the game. Like, pick a character and just make it edgy. Like, Kalik got the edgy soul charge mode. Where he just gets that hair, then becomes evil, and then grows edgy. Sandra didn't become edgified, but she got lightning attacks and stuff. Talum got wind, so they're really like giving the characters more things, like more weird fantasy mechanics compared to normal. It's making them edgier, I guess.
Yeah.
I think it's more fun. Gives the characters more charm, makes them more unique.
Yeah. Do you think that what is it? Should it have been Hwang or could it have been Yun Sung?
Honestly, I wouldn't mind either. I like Hwang a lot more. Because he's the OG one. He's the original.
Hwang is the OG, but Song is his kind of like Hwang's the predecessor and he's the one that kind of continues it.
Yeah. So I don't know, Young Song's cool. I just think design wise he's not as cool. Like his character just a lot more goofy. Hwang's like the cool guy. Young Song is just getting goofy.
But I get that because he does seem a bit cheeky and carefree, like Hwoarang, which he does kind of look like, but they're both Korean. I'm just saying, like, aesthetically, he does remind me of Hwoarang.
I don't know. I feel like Hwoarang isn't as cheeky as Young Sung, you know?
Oh, maybe just a tad, like just a little bit. Like it's very borderline.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know, but Hwoarang has like a really serious side.
Yeah.
Well, Young Sung doesn't feel like he does anyway. Yeah.
Do you think you'll pick up Hwang as a secondary?
Definitely. I'll try having a secondary. So yeah, I wanna I don't know, it's kinda silly for me because I have my main, which is Seong Mi-na. Then I have a lot of other characters that I know how to use, and Grow is my secondary at the moment. But tournament I don't really need to use them. Like I feel like in tournament I should just stick to Seong Mi-na. So I will put Hwang as a secondary, and I think I'll get him to take the place of Grow if I like him enough. I hope I will.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I'll see much tournament play with him. You're playing him with Damager though, so
Oh, that's true. Yeah, because of the prior to recording this episode, he will actually, by the time we post this, Hwang should actually be available.
Yeah, he's coming out tomorrow.
Yeah,
so I'm gonna play him a lot tomorrow. If I like him, hopefully I do. Then I'll just lab him and then hopefully play him at Damager. Yeah.
Would you want there to be an official timeline where Seong Mi-na and Hwang got together?
I mean, that'd be cute. I don't know, not really. I don't mind. It'd be nice to see, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't think we need it.
Yeah. Just please don't tell me if you get addicted to a Hwang, you're not going to have another first to 100 or first to 50 set with Bacon or Dog or anyone else, man.
I want to have a first to 50 set with him.
Dude, you're setting a standard that no other player, that hardly any players can follow. Like first to 50 takes it out of you, bro.
It does. I haven't done a first 50 with Bacon in so long.
Don't do it.
I want to. We like I barely play him anymore. I want to do a first to 50 with him. And Dog can't do long sets.
Yeah, well,
he he gets tired after first to 10.
Bro,
He doesn't want to play any
Bro,
longer.
it's because of you that the Beast did a first to 100 on stream with, I
Yeah.
think it was Tommy Ollie or some shit.
Really,
And then he
yeah.
just
That
decided,
was
oh,
cool.
wait, I can't do it. It's too long. And then they just made it first to 50.
Yeah.
And
No,
even
that was
then, he
great.
was just like, God, it took so long.
It made me jealous. I wanted to do that.
Bro.
And they did another thing recently as well. See, the Beast and Tommy Ollie always are doing the cool things that I want to get in on. Like they did a what's it called? An Iron Man. They rotate through characters. So if you win with a character, you have to swap to another character, and it's just to see who basically has mastered the most characters. It's the first to 10.
That's pretty
I
cool.
want to do that with someone. I think that'll be really fun. If you lose, you have to stay with the character that. Yeah, you can't change character. You just stick with that character you lost with. But if you win, you change.
Yeah.
I reckon that'll be fun.
But not as a first to 100. Jesus.
No, it's not even 100 characters.
All right.
No, if I did that, I'll do a first to 10.
First to 10.
Yeah. Gotta find someone to do it with. And I do want to do a first to 100 or 50 with someone sometime.
All right, my friend. I will take you to your final round segment. So, are you ready?
Yeah.
You think you're ready. You think you're ready, but you're about to find out.
I know some discussions can be weird.
No, you're all right. You're all right. All right,
No, one of them is going to be waifu though.
Hey,
so.
yeah. First one. What are your top 3 anime series of all time?
Kind of hard. Could just say 3 of the Digimon series.
Oh,
But that's kind of dumb.
what a cop out, man.
Nah, I'll be more serious. So, Steins Gate is probably my number 1. I actually have a list that I have my favorite series on, but okay, I'll do it by memory. So yeah, Steins Gate, Steins Gate, Nana, and another one. Okay. Well, then I'm like, would put it in the top 3, but I don't know. I'll say Steins Gate, Nana. Okay. I'll say Grumgar, just cause I think that's my favorite fantasy anime, just to go to. Aesthetic.
Very nice. What do you think is your personal weakness when playing Soul Calibur?
Well, we kind of talked about one of them, which is if you get one game up on me, I'm like, fuck. So just win the first game and then you can just steamroll me probably. It'll take me a while to get into. That's another thing I noticed from the Genuine Gaming tournament. It takes me a while to warm up. Like, once if I'm nervous, like the start of the tournament, like you can probably steamroll me. But then once I've lost, I start not caring. I just need to get in that zone where I just don't care and just play solid the whole time. Because the Genuine Gaming tournament, I realized, like that first match, I was caring way too hard about winning. And like when I lost and like all throughout the tournament, I'm like, yep, okay, I don't care. I got this. I can do this. And then I just played. I think my biggest weakness, but I do think the game gets in my head a bit too much sometimes, just nervousness and not really thinking critically about it. Other than that, I really hate aggressive players. So if you're just really aggressive on me, it'll get in my head. But yeah. Give me space, I can do stuff.
All right. How many plushies do you own?
Oh my god. I'll do a quick count. Yeah, I can't even see them all right now, but I have a lot. And also because me and Katie live together now, plushies stack up, so we have a lot. We have at least like 10 Pokemon ones. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6 Digimon ones, with 7 Digimon ones, and then a rice ball and like 3 bears. So I'll probably say over 20. Under 20?
Over 20.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Which character has the better long-range game plan, Astaroth or Siegfried?
Siegfried. Astaroth is more grab.
Yep.
Astaroth far away, you can deal with. Yeah, Siegfried, it's a bit harder.
Okay. Side boob or under boob?
Boob. Team Mina.
Wait, what was your answer?
Boob. It's a
Underboob.
team Seong Mi-na.
Oh.
Seong Mi-na is showing underboob all the time, man. I think that's where the argument came up because I don't know why. We were, I don't know, but
It was a pretty heated argument.
Yeah, but Seong Mi-na is underboob. Sophitia is side boob. Cassandra, I think Cassandra's side boob and cleavage as well, actually. Then yeah. Anyway, we all knew in the end that Seong Mi-na's best girl because she's underboob.
All right. What's Brian's best move that defines his identity?
I mean Snake Edge, but for me, it's quarterback 3.
Oh, soccer kick.
Yeah. So,
yeah, I know.
my move, man. I'm just gonna quarterback 3 all day.
I hate that you get hit by that move and you're just so afraid to duck.
If I could,
because of
that would be the
one,
only move I
because
do.
of orbital heal. It's like shit.
That's the one thing I like about Tekken. I can just spam quarterback 3. Yeah, when I get annoyed, it's just quarterback 3.
All right. Have you ever given away something that wasn't yours?
No. Maybe as a kid. I think. I don't know. Maybe I have, but I can't really remember. I know, like in high school, I would like let people borrow shit and then they would just give it away to someone else, and I'm like, what the fuck? And so that like triggered me. So I like try not to lend stuff to people anymore, and that's why I also don't like borrowing stuff from people if I like can help it. I'd rather not borrow.
Yeah.
I don't know. I might have done it by accident once. I have no idea.
All right. Yeah. Suggest one of your tracks that would be suitable for Hanky.
Just play one of the chill ones, I guess. I love cheesecake. That one's, I don't know, soft, smooth. I love cheesecake, and then yeah, I don't know. I mean, we wanted to eat food,
Exactly.
But hey, put it on loop as well because the song's only a minute
double
long.
Double meaning though.
I think true. I think all of my instrumentals are only a minute long or like 2 minutes max. So you're gonna have to either put it on loop, just be quick, you know.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, bro. All right. What do you think is your most memorable achievement or moment?
In fighting games or just in general?
In general, whatever you want.
General. What's your most memorable achievement moment? Okay. I don't know, man. I think in life, I don't really. Yeah, how to say achievement?
Or moment. It could just be, just something that you're very proud of doing or being a part of.
I wasn't really. I don't know. I can't say I was like proud of this moment or anything, but I think the tournament I went to in Japan, the Digimon tournament for Digimon Rumble Arena, I think I wasn't like proud of it or anything, or like it wasn't really an achievement. But going to that tournament, it was like really like great, like to see like play international players in Digimon Rumble Arena and just like have a good time. That's really memorable, I think. I don't know. It's just nice thinking back of like the Japan trip and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or playing War, because that was my first. That's actually my first tournament win for any game. So, that was pretty memorable. Like at the time. Yeah.
All right. And the final question is, Who is your waifu, or has your waifu changed?
Waifu never changes, man. Wait, who did I say last time? So I want to know.
I can't.
It's definitely Seong Mi-na. I need to
Yeah.
watch that back actually.
I can't even remember, bro.
Yeah.
But like you said, you know, like fucking, it's been a few years. You know, I don't know.
Yeah, I should have. If I didn't say Seong Mi-na last time, then that's
You're gonna say Seong Mi-na now.
But yeah, Seong Mi-na now. I think last time I might have actually said Jin. Jin's my husband, though.
Oh, true. Yeah.
Yeah. Which, I mean, he's not really anymore. Kind of a boring. Like, I do like Jin, but he is a kind of a boring character when I really think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Connor, thanks again for coming back on, man. Do you have any last words or shout outs to friends, family, or people that may know you?
Yeah, shout outs to NZFGC. Shout outs to everyone. Pro Caliber community. Yeah, really, that's about it. Shout out to moms and dad, mom and dad.
Sweet.